We are learning new information tonight about a man police shot and killed in Cobb County. Investigators identifying him today as DeMarco Mogg. They say he was the prime suspect in a situation near Cumberland Mall over the weekend where someone shot at an officer after he stopped their car. 11 Alive's Joe Ripley live at Chastain Road and I-75 where the suspect was killed yesterday. And Joe, you learned today the suspect had at least one other run-in with police before this week.
That's right, Jennifer. 20-year-old DeMarco Mogg was booked in 2020 on a reckless driving charge in DeKalb County, and it's reckless driving that allegedly initially put him on Cobb County Police's radar. And then 3 days later, you can see the crime tape still showing what's left of what happened and the escalation from there.
Had a report of shots fired, Chastain Road and Dirt Lakes, Chastain Road and Dirt Lakes.
That traffic stop turned deadly Wednesday. Cobb County police officers shot and killed 20-year-old DeMarco Mogg. Investigators believe he was involved in a weekend shooting in the Cumberland Mall parking lot in which an officer was targeted.
It's travesty for both families of the officer as well as the families of the accused.
Cobb Police say another person was in the vehicle and that Mogg was holding a gun but would not clarify if it was pointed at officers. Charles Rambo, a retired Fulton County Sheriff's deputy, says during a tense situation,
you don't know that person's level of training, whether that be military, whether that be some extremist group, or what their mental condition is.
Rambo says Georgia law gives the officers the discretion to shoot if they feel threatened. Warrants written Sunday night state Mogg was recklessly driving around the Cumberland Mall parking lot. He did not pull over when police tried to stop him and shot at the chasing officer. 3 days later, the response from officers when they finally tracked down the suspect. Several bullet holes in the windshield. And in this case, Rambo says because Mogg was alleged to have been involved in Sunday's shooting, officers were on edge and justified in shooting him.
Nobody wants to see loss of life on both sides. But in this situation, if all plans out the way that it's stated, then the officers were reasonably justified in using that amount of deadly force to protect themselves and others.
The GBI has since taken over this investigation. They will decide if police were justified in shooting Mogg, and then from there, the GBI will turn their findings over to the Cobb County DA's office. Coming up at 6, I'll share what Rambo told me about how this situation could have been prevented, at least in turning deadly.